State Capitol Newsroom, you might be seeing higher prices for your prescriptions in the new year. A new law that took effect January 1 is raising drug prices, specifically in smaller pharmacies across Tennessee. State Capitol reporter Chris O'Brien has more.
If you've noticed higher prescription drug prices in the new year, you're not crazy. A new law quietly took effect in January regarding something known as dispensing fees for low-volume pharmacies.
A low-volume pharmacy is a pharmacy that dispenses less than 65,000 prescriptions in a year. So that's going to include most of the rural, independently owned pharmacies, the mom and pop shops, the family businesses.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now. It is time to talk about a bill that may have unintended consequences here in the great state of Alabama. You may be a little confused. The video you just watched was part of a news story in Tennessee that talked about a similar bill passing there and it leading to a significant increase in cost for the consumers, especially those who go to rural pharmacies. Now, this could cause a real problem for your family with a very, 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 very big increase in prescription medicine spending because of a dispensing fee that could be up to $10 a pop.
A dispensing fee is the charge to cover the cost of dispensing the prescription. Before this year in Tennessee, the law said nothing on dispensing fees. They were governed by the market. Now experts say such fees increased nearly $10 per prescription for low-volume pharmacies.
It's really going to hurt Tennesseans and those other small employers trying to make that balance in keeping their doors open and attracting the talent that they need to keep their doors open as well.
Someone has to feel that hit, the customer or their employer providing insurance. $10 per prescription may not seem like much, but for a lower income family who might have a few prescriptions a month or children with prescriptions, it adds up quick in a year.
The numbers are telling us right now that an average family could see an increase of about $680 on top of what they're already paying for the same level of care.
Which experts say ultimately leads them to move away from supporting small, local businesses.
If I'm going to drive that cost $40 or $50 up more than what the Walgreens down the street is, people are going to shift.
If that does happen, those against the law say ultimately our local pharmacies get hurt.
The sponsor of this bill, State Representative Philip Rigsby, says that this is not a tax. It is instead just a dispensing fee, which I think is kind of beside the point. When you're paying up to $10 more for your prescriptions for your kid, and I have a 5-year-old, so there's a lot of them, you're going to feel that every single time you go there. There is absolutely no reason why the free market cannot decide what should happen here. The legislature should probably stay out of this, but it looks like they are moving forward. Do they know that prescription costs went up about $10 a pop in Tennessee? I'm not so sure, because I have a hard time believing that they would get behind something like that if they did know. This thing needs to go back to the drawing board. This is not the solution to this problem. The solution has to be fair market, free market related. And this is just adding cost to the consumer and then spreading that around. We're not calling it a tax, but it's working as a tax. The state's going to collect it and then dole it out to pharmacies. Now, this is a bad idea, not only because it's a bad idea, but what about other industries? Are we going to see their leaders, representatives with a background in that industry, go there and attempt to pass something like this in the legislature and then say, well, it's not really a tax, it's just a fee? And I don't think people are going to care when they see that on their bills every single time they go to the pharmacy. This one needs to go back to the drawing board and come up with a better answer. If the goal is to lower prescription drug prices, I don't understand how adding a dispensing fee to the cost makes any sense here.